Welcome to Natilik Live. It's my pleasure to welcome Joachim Mason here today, who's Director of Specialists at Cisco UK and Ireland. Welcome, Joachim.
Thank you very much.
Very good. So, Joachim, obviously, great to have you on board here today. Reason for us to bring you in is Natilik is Software Partner of the Year. Very, very passionate around software, enterprise agreements, and for you, it's probably about launching the data center enterprise agreement. So it'd be good to get an understanding from you as what is an EA in the Cisco world, and how it's mapped to data centers to a certain degree.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of people know what enterprise agreements are. They're not necessarily new in that regard. We all use end user license agreements every day. We're all clicking those buttons, but as you can imagine, as soon as you put that out to an entire enterprise, it can get pretty complex, difficult to manage. We've got quite a lot of customers who've got multiple subscriptions and renewals and different partners that they work with. So this is really about ultimately making it simpler and easier to consume and manage and deliver efficiencies like that. So yeah, that's the enterprise agreement. We launched the latest iteration of the data center enterprise agreement earlier this calendar year, which is really, in simple terms, about bringing all of our portfolio and that capability to bear through an enterprise agreement.
So is there specific examples, obviously, around, the cost efficiencies that it could bring, and, innovation is obviously at the heart of what you're trying to achieve with Cisco, as your software portfolio is forever expanding. It's just, just some ideas around that?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you're just looking at things operationally from our customer's perspective. If you've got a lot of complexity in your, and how you buy, how you manage renewals. You might have some exposures around what you've got supported. You might have some concerns around predictability of how you budget for things. You might have just complexity in kind of managing renewals. We've had customers who have, multitudes of renewal dates just with us, and they've got, thousands of subscriptions as well, and what we want to do and aim to do is to bring that into a single co-termed, from an end date perspective, single contract that just really starts to simplify that and helps them get their arms around it.
Yeah, no, excellent. So Natilik have been hugely successful around, obviously, the Cloud Flexes that we've been positioning with our clients, as well as security enterprise agreements. And so in terms of the components that make up a data center enterprise agreement, what are they, and what kind of benefits will that bring to clients?
So, well, you already know, because you sold a few security and cloud enterprise agreements, so you know the sort of value that they can deliver, and this is really just about bringing the data center portfolio live and in line with that. So, if you know what we've done in the compute space and the networking space and the analytics space with Tetration, hyperconverged with HyperFlex, it's really that whole portfolio, the software stuff around cloud management with Intersight, Cloud Center. So there's a very rich stack and portfolio of capability that we're now, bringing forth in this kind of way. And you asked the question about some of the benefits. Now, obviously, there are operational and management benefits just in simplifying that experience. But of course, we also offer some commercial benefits, because ultimately we want to have, with our customers, a more strategic, longer term relationship. That's a big part of what we're trying to achieve. So we do offer things like beneficial pricing. You can take one enrollment with an enterprise agreement, you can expand that, and you can expect the commercial terms to improve. We look at things like predictability, so not to exceed pricing as well. So again, it's fixing at a dollar price what that consumption is going to be over the term of the contract, and we also look at things like true forward. So in any enterprise, with projects and individuals, people can come live and need to access the technology and the software at various times and in different rates through the year. So rather than try and kind of do that as you go real time, we'll pick a point and we'll do what we call a true forward. And rather than charging for stuff that's already been consumed in the past, we'll say no, that's great, and we'll adjust the agreement going forward. So yeah, there's a few benefits in that regard.
No, excellent. And I think one of the key deliverables that we look for when clients are making that investment in those enterprise agreements is ensuring that value realization is definitely achieved. And I think treating it, Cisco go from a typically hardware perpetual license sale to more of a software organisation. We're going on that journey with you, and one of the true successes we have is through our client success team is making sure that we've understood the outcomes that clients are trying to achieve. it's not just a matter of just, oh, here's a license, here's a piece of software, good luck, Mr. Client. It's about executing and delivering those outcomes that clients are trying to achieve. So value realisation is the heart of what we're trying to do. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, well, look, we've got a very close partnership, and one of the reasons for that is exactly that customer intimacy that we know that you cherish and that you work towards, and that's because you focus on the outcomes. And it's not a one-off thing. People talk about transformation and delivering an outcome as if it's a one-off. Actually, it's an ongoing thing. So we want a valued relationship with you, with our customers, where on an ongoing basis we're making sure that they are not only adopting the capability, but on an ongoing basis that they're able to tweak that and really extract the value that they need for their business at any given point in time. And it's an iterative, ongoing thing. It's not a one-off thing.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. So well, thank you for coming in today, Joachim.
My pleasure.
Great as always having you. So thank you. Thanks again for everyone watching this Natilik Live. Please do reach out to your account director for more information around what we're doing around enterprise agreements and our value realisation and client success at the heart of that. And please keep an eye out. We've got a DC summer showcase where we'll be doing an on-site event with Joachim and his team around enterprise agreements. So please look out for that date.